in our caravan. At the moment we're staying at Townsville in Kenya. Simon is working here until mid of December. I'm working as well, but of course for my own business. But Simon is working here at the caravan park as a ground and maintenance officer, and he has pretty much all week filled with a lot of work. So he has a 38-hour week and he's pretty busy, which means I have a lot of time on my sleeve to do stuff I'm not able to when Simon is around, like pulling out my embroidery machine and doing some embroidery and some sewing for my business and stuff like that. So yeah, some of you guys asked me a while ago if I could do another video how we live in our van, since we live in our van full time. I recorded a video I think 2 years ago when we were on one of our holiday trips over Christmas and New Year, and we went to, I think it was at Bitten in Queensland. But that was a different story, because back then we didn't live in our van. It was just for short trips or maybe like annual leaves. While now we are approaching 12 months living full-time in our little bushy. So I thought, before it is too late to record this video, because some stuff is happening again, I will do a short video about us living in a van. Like, I'm not showing you how we sleep and how we have breakfast or stuff like that, because people do it all the time. You don't want to see that, I'm pretty sure. I just show you a little bit around in the caravan, how we organize stuff. And in saying that, I must admit we are pretty unorganized. We are no way as organized as other people, buying lots of storage boxes, putting all the storage boxes in the cabinets and all that stuff, because I think the storage boxes take space away by themselves already. And I'm more like the person who tries to fill all the available space, each corner and everything, and utilize the space we have. It is only an 18-foot van. We have a queen bed in here with a bolster, which means we can make it smaller into a sort of a couch style during the day, and for night sleeping we just extend the mattress to get a full-size queen bed, and that's very comfortable. We have a mattress with a pillow top and we sleep as good as we slept in our bed at home. So yeah, very nice. We have a lot of storage in this caravan, but since I have all my business stuff with me, like most of it, not all, good amount of my business stuff is in storage, but I carry something with me because I have to run my business. So that means that under the bed, on my side of the bed, it's full with all the stuff I need for my business, like my sewing and embroidery machine, all my supplies, thread and all that stuff is under my bed, and partly in one of the cabinets on my side of the bed. And then we have we had too much stuff. I just today went through our cabinets and just pulled stuff out, like so many towels, and you double up because you're used to it from home and you don't use it. And this morning I just saw like everything I didn't touch for the last 6 months has to move out of the caravan, and that's what I did this morning. And at least in the bathroom it's much more organized now. Yes, and I'm pretty sure we won't miss the stuff I just put out. Some of the things were still like new, like some towels I haven't even touched after I bought, and I just washed them and then put them in the cabinet and never touched them again. So I just brought them to the laundry, put a little note on it for free. Maybe someone else is in need of it or wants it, because here at the caravan park there are a few families who are living full-time intense, like all around Australia, due to all the housing issues, the housing crisis that is happening. And maybe some of the moms or families need some towels or something else. Like I had a mini air conditioner for sitting on the desk and stuff like that, which we don't need anymore. I just left it at the laundry. I think it is a great idea to just pay it forward, some sort of like, why would you put it in a bin if you know someone else can still use it? And I'm not asking for money for stuff like that. I just put it in the laundry. It's not the first time. I'm just happy to know that other people might still use it, may need it, and maybe they're short of money, maybe they're just, we're looking for that kind of thing and didn't have the option or chance to buy it yet. So yeah, instead of bringing it to the tip or to the rubbish bin or whatever, I just put it in the laundry. But then saying that it's only stuff that is really, really in good condition and not something that you don't want to have in your household, like secondhand. So don't get me wrong with that. I'm not putting rubbish in the laundry for other people. We arrived 3 weeks ago here at the town to the Caravan Park. It was hot and it was humid, and we set up camp on Sunday, turned the air condition on, and on Monday our air condition decided to die. Means it was running for a short time and then the motor shut off and we got a P6 error, and we didn't have no clue what that means. I couldn't find anything in a manual online with the IBIS 4, the domestic IBIS 4. I couldn't find any indication what this P6 error could mean. And luckily, this morning, an air conditioning business was here on site on the Caravan Park to fix an air condition to a caravan from one of the permanent residents here. And the lady at the office asked Paul, the owner from All Air Elect, from the air conditioning business, if he could check on our air condition once he finished the job on the other caravan. And he was nice to come over and have a look. And he found out that the temperature sensor, which is fitted on the outside of the unit, had a fault and had to be replaced. So he ordered that directly from Dometic, and it took about a week to arrive. And then a week later he came back. So we had no air conditioning for 1 week. After 1 week he came back with the part, and he replaced this part and did a service on the air condition. And all over we paid $300 for labor and the part. The part was about $60 or something, plus postage, and then the labor of fixing the part, which took about an hour or something. And there were three guys working on the air condition. One was inside, one was outside, one was on the roof. So yeah, so $300 for the repair, and then we also let them do the service on the air conditioner as well, which was another $99. And so we paid about $400 to get this fixed and running again, and we are happy because it's 40 degrees today again. It's very hot outside, and yeah, the noise you hear in the background is the running air condition, and maybe you also hear Dudley gasping for air because he's just hot. I just took him for a walk. It's hot outside and he's just like flat out now, enjoying the cool air in here. To survive this 1 week without the air condition in the caravan, Simon went to Bunnings to buy one of the portable air conditions, like the 90 centimeter high units, put them in the end suite, and it helped to cool down the caravan a little bit, down to 35 degrees, 34 degrees. That was the most we could get out of this unit, but it was better than nothing. Then sitting in a tin can like this during hot summer, I don't know how people cope with that. I couldn't. So I never thought I need an air conditioner in a caravan, but oh yes, I do. I learned my lesson. Yeah. So since the air conditioner was fixed a week later, we didn't need that other air conditioner that Simon bought from Bunnings, and there is a family here at the Caravan park also living in a tent, and the dad is working somewhere. Yeah, but they're living here in their tents in the Caravan park with little children. And yeah, we just gave them for a little bit of money, forwarded the air conditioner to them, and they were super happy because Daddy was just going to buy that same air conditioner from Bunnings, so he saved money on that thing because it was only a week old and he didn't have to pay the full price, of course. And we were glad we could let it go. We didn't need it anymore, so yeah, tick. Happy that they have an air conditioner to cool the tent down because it's hot in the tents as well. Alright, so now I'm taking you, as promised, to show you through the van just a little bit. I'm not doing a lot of insides because you know, we have stuff like everyone else. We have clothes, we have pots, we have pans, we have flour and all spices and everything you need for cooking, rah rah rah. I just want to show you a little bit where we store our things, because especially one of our best friends asked for it because she wanted to know how we organized our tiny little home, which we haven't. We just put stuff in the cabinets and close the doors and that's it. That's what we do. So we are starting with the bathroom because that is what I just cleaned up this morning to empty the cabinets. This is, we call it the bathroom. It's the ensuite in the Caravan. We have a toilet, we have a top loader washing machine, there we go, a basin, you know, like a sink, and we have a full shower with a fan and hatch, and we use the shower mainly to store things, so we don't use the shower. Storage space. Above the vanity we have two cabinets. One is Simon and our first aid stuff, so to say, and one is for towels and my stuff. And then below the sink we have yeah, cleaning stuff and yeah, everything else you need to store somewhere. And then there's a little shelf on the side where we have our toilet paper and towels and a bin at the floor. So yeah, that is the ensuite basically. On the sliding door here we can close off. We have a double towel rack and also the toilet roll holder, and behind there is the toilet brush sitting. These things here on the wall, here there are some fittings which hold our broom, which I used to clean the Caravan. It's just outside at the moment because I just washed it and it has to dry. Nice view out of the bathroom window, palm trees, other campers, and also our hatch here with a fan in the ceiling. So going further into the Caravan, this is the kitchen area. We have a small coffee machine. We don't carry the large one with us which we had at home, that is in storage. We bought a small one for the Caravan because it's taking less bench space and it's lighter. And this one is a Delonghi. I don't know the correct model. I can put it in a link in a description box below. But it does exactly the same job as our large Breville, which we had at home. Same thing, just smaller and lighter. Perfect. We love it because we love our coffee in the morning. And then we have the sink. We have our stove. It's a stove below here with 3 gas burners and 1 electric plate. We have a grill and we have an oven. which we use as storage because we don't use it much for baking. In summer or in warm climates, if you start baking in an oven in a caravan, it's getting hot. So I bake my stuff on the barbecue. I use the Weber for baking. Also, we have a microwave in a caravan, and I'm not a big microwave cooker. This thing is for us again just storage because I'm not used to microwaves and I don't need microwaves actually. I think we used this microwave 10 times since we moved into the van. 10 times in 12 months. Oh. In this fusion log rack we have our our resealable bags, like breakfast bags, sandwich bags, cling wrap, baking paper, stuff like that. Here's our drying rack, which Simon the other day brought home. Usually I have my stuff over here, but Simon thought we need a proper thing. Well, okay. Then we have our fridge freezer combi. It is a 3-way fridge, runs on 12 volt. Well, it doesn't run on 12 volts, just keeps cool on 12 volt. It runs on gas and 240 volt. This freezing compartment, like the freezer and the fridge. And below is in the lower cabinet, on the very bottom, we have the switches for the water tanks, and here is our pantry. As you can see, not much organized. Could be better maybe, but that's us. I'm not starting with like thousands of baskets. I have only 2 baskets in here and try to organize that. And I think a few months ago Simon came home from Aldi with these things. Thought it was a good idea. I don't know. I'm more, if I buy storage containers, they should be like squares, not round. But that's again, it was on sale. Simon bought it home. Yes, he thought it was a good idea, and for the moment it works. But well, yeah, why not? So moving over here under the sink, we have more storage where we store our excuse me, pans and pots, my smoothie maker, like my blender, and our pantry stuff, like all the cans and potatoes and onions and long life milk, stuff like that. And here there is more storage down there. That is the hot water system, and here we have flour and rice and all that stuff. Then we have the cutlery, and above that, it is one of my favorite things here in the caravan because I have not so much bench space. This one is actually a table that you can extend to make your kitchen bench larger. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, that is the kitchen. Over here we have the dining area, and that is also my workspace. As you can see, my computer and stuff. Yeah, if I'm sewing, embroidering, the embroidery machine sits here. And underneath the seating we have more storage. Doors on both sides. We have footrests that we can pull up, and there is a cabinet where we store our wine and whiskey. So it's our little bar. And above the seating area we have the overhead cabinets, which contain our coffee mugs, breakfast stuff, like all the bowls and some more cooking stuff up there, plates. We have our radio here, and this is our not first aid, but like mozzie spray and my blood pressure measuring thing and all that stuff. And we have here our fire extinguisher. Simon put some hooks on the top so we can fit the heads on the top. And here on the side there is a pocket where we store our traveling journals and fire blanket and some park information and from surrounding areas, from the area where we are at the moment, and also Dudley's poo bags. And here on the rail we have the umbrella and Dudley's collar and his towel. The thing you saw sitting on the bed just before, I think, I'm sure you saw that, is our air fryer. We decided to get an air fryer because it's much quicker to do something in the air fryer than in the oven. Plus, at the moment we're staying at a lot of caravan parks because Simon working in the caravan park, so we have access to power and we don't need to use our gas. So if we would bake in the oven, we would use our gas, while this thing is using the power which we have for free anyway. So that's why we have an air fryer. And I actually love that we bake our bread, not baking the bread, but warming up the bread and bread rolls in the morning, and we do dinner in the air fryer. Very handy. Everything that you do with the oven, you can do with the air fryer. So back in the rest of the caravan, I'm moving over to the sleeping area. The TV is fitted here on the side of the cabinet, and we don't watch TV, to say so. We watch Netflix, or not even me. Simon is watching Netflix at night time when I'm still sitting on the computer, and it's getting dark outside early, and if you're in a caravan park you can't have a campfire all the time. All the other people go to bed early as well, so you're sitting inside, and Simon is watching a movie on Netflix or on YouTube, and I'm working. That's usually our evening after dinner, or maybe sometimes we watch videos together. So here on this side, that is Simon's side, with all his clothes in the upper cabinet and the side cabinets, and down there as well in a drawer. And this is my side. My side is a little bit more crowded because, as I said, I have my business stuff with me, and also in the bag that you can see below the grey bag here. The grey bag is my camera bag, and that's my backpack for when I go with Dudley on a beach or something. In that little bag down there is a blanket I'm working on, crocheting a blanket. It takes forever because it's so hot. I don't like to work with wool at the moment. And then that is the embroidery unit for my machine, for my embroidering sewing machine. This one is my drawing tablet. And in there I have like all my cords and external hard drives and all that stuff in that bag. And there I've got my clothes. Up there I have my clothes, and underneath I show you the bed underneath, because that is what my friend wanted to know as well. What do we have underneath the bed? This is Simon's side. Our winter blanket, additional blanket when we are in cold climates, and we were glad we have it with us. And his shoes, work clothes, whiskey, a little esky, and paperwork from the caravan. And this one is my business area. So that's my sewing machine, and then we have fabrics and supplies, vinyl and stuff like that. And big there in the backpack is my drone, and that's pretty much it. That's what we store in our caravan. It's good packed. It's still in its limits with the weight, which I'm really surprised. But yeah, that's how we live. So, and when I'm saying I'm glad Simon is working so I can pull my embroidery machine out, that's what I mean, because I need space to move the machine here to the table, and then everything is yeah, flying around pretty much. So it's, when I'm working in the caravan, it looks like a war zone. And Simon is always surprised when he pops in and he catches me working on a machine, and I'm saying, like, in 10 minutes everything's gone, I'm fine. I'll pack up in 10 minutes. It is all gone back to its places in 10 minutes, but it always looks chaotic. Yeah, well, that's what it is. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. Nothing fancy, nothing special, not very organized, but I know where my things are. That's the most important thing. I know where my stuff is, I know where my bits and pieces are. If I need something, I know exactly where to go. What else can you ask for? Yeah. And when I said earlier that I have to record the video because it might be too late soon, that means we are selling Bushy. We are selling our little caravan. It's another few months until we will do that, but we have a slightly bigger caravan on order. We placed an order for a new caravan when we moved into this caravan. No, not when we moved into this caravan, but when we put our house on the market, like more than 12 months ago, on the 5th of November last year. When we put our house on the market, that same day we went to a dealer and placed an order for a new caravan, because we knew back then that this caravan might be too small to live and work in it full time for a longer time. So if I would go to work like Simon goes to work, like leaving a caravan, going outside, going to whatever job I have to do, it wouldn't be an issue. But because I'm working in the caravan and I need the storage and we need the weight, to be able to carry all that stuff with us safely without being concerned about being overweight when we load the caravan with water tanks full and all that stuff. Yeah, we decided to get a bigger caravan, like a slightly bigger caravan. So we placed an order, as I said, early November last year, 12 months ago, more than 12 months ago. After we placed the order based on the caravan that they have in the show yard at the dealer, the company who builds the caravans decided to change things in the caravan that we didn't like, and it wasn't useful for us. The factory is down in Melbourne. It's one of the big factories, very well-known factory. And while we were decided to get a fully composite caravan, which means it's lighter than the caravans that have a timber or alloy construction, and especially they are rot-free. Like if you have a leak somewhere, it's not rotting. We don't have issues with it. While we were excited to get one of these caravans, they also changed things, like they moved the water pumps to the outside of the caravan. They put the power management system, which was in the boot, now under the bed, which takes all the space under the bed, which means I can't store my stuff anymore. This we found out pretty recently, like in October. And we decided that with all the changes they did to the caravans after we placed an order, and they refused to build the caravan the way we ordered it, we decided to cancel the contract. We already waited 12 months and there are still delays, like everywhere else. And we didn't complain about the delays, we never did. And we got information from the dealer that the delivery date is delayed again. We never complained about that, because it's happening, we know it's happening everywhere. That wasn't the reason for us to cancel the caravan. Our estimated first delivery date was in February next year, which was 14 months after we placed the order, and they moved it already to June, and it's getting delayed again. So we were not even sure if we would have the caravan next year Christmas. At this stage, no one knows. So we pulled out of the contract. We asked them to pay our deposit back. We got the full deposit back from the dealer, and he didn't ask any questions because we were in contact with them constantly, and he knew exactly what our problems with the new style of caravan they're building is. So they knew exactly that we don't like the water pump outside, that we need the space under the bed for storage, and all the other things that changed. I don't know. Anyway, we got our deposit back, and we went for another caravan, another brand, which we also had on our list last year when we ordered the previous version, like from the other manufacturer. So instead of getting that caravan we were waiting for, we are now waiting for a zone. Back last year in November, we thought we are going to the Sunshine Coast and having a look at the Zone RVs. The thing is that Zone RV doesn't sell caravans through any dealer. If you want to order a caravan, a Zone RV caravan, you have to do it on their website, or you have to go to the factory in their showroom and you buy it there. But you can't go to any dealer to buy a new Zone RV. You can get used Zone RVs, of course, here and then, but we wanted a new one, something that fits us. So we placed an order for a Zone RV, and we got a build spot in May. The normal waiting time for Zone RVs at the moment is 10 months. That's what we have been told when we called them 2 weeks ago, when we got our deposit back from the other caravan. We straight away called them, and they said 10 months, August next year, which would still have been earlier than the delivery from the other one that we expected, which is funny. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I hope I didn't talk too much. Well, it's me anyway, and I hope to see you soon. Oh, and by the way, yes, we are staying here in Townsville until mid of December. Then we are heading back down the coast to have Christmas with our children. And then Simon has another contract in another caravan park from the same chain across the Queensland-New South Wales border down near Tweed Heads. I'm not sure what the caravan park is called, but near Tweed Heads. There is a caravan park where he will work for the first few months in 2023, probably until we get the new caravan. We will see. Okay, but stay tuned. In the next video we plan to show you around Townsville and areas where you can go with your dog, and that depends on the weather. If it is not too hot, because we don't do long walks and stuff like that with Dudley when it's like 40 degrees outside. It's not fair for the dog. So it depends on the weather. If the weather is nice, we will take you on our trips around the area here and show you around what you can do with your dog when you are here in and around Townsville. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you liked it, please subscribe and like the video, and maybe leave a comment and let us know what else you want to see from us. See you soon. Bye bye.